Your wife is in coma. No, no, Jisoo, no. His voice broke. Raw, panic, flooding every word. Wake her up, do something. Her skull has a linear fracture. There's swelling in her brain. She hesitated, meeting Jungkook's shuttered eyes. Her body, it shut down to protect itself. That's why she's unresponsive. Jungkook staggered back, gripping the wall as if the hallway suddenly tilted beneath him. His breath came in sharp, broken pulls. I did this, he whispered, barely audible. Jisoo stepped closer. Listen to me, Jungkook. This situation is severe, but she is alive. That word hit Jungkook's ear like a lifeline. Then Jisoo continued carefully. And the baby? A pause. A heavy, delicate silence. The baby is safe. Jungkook's eyes widening, throat tightening painfully. She's about a week along. The fetus wasn't harmed. Jungkook's breath left him in a shudder. His hands covered his face. A choked sob escaped him. He slid down the floor, knees buckling under the weight of what he had done, and the life he almost destroyed. She was trying to tell me, God. She was trying to tell me, and I didn't let her. Stay with her. Talk to her. She can still hear you. Jungkook nodded weakly, tears streaming as the reality set in. She was in coma, her skull fractured, her brain swollen. And inside her, a tiny heartbeat continued. The only thing he hadn't broken. Dr. Jisoo turned Jungkook with a look that was no longer just professional. It was warning, anger, and fear of her life all mixed together. She stepped closer, lowering her voice so only Jungkook could hear. Listen very carefully. Jungkook lifted his tear-red eyes. Jisoo's jaw was tight. Her next words were cold, sharp, unforgiving. If you ever lay a hand on her again, she won't survive it. Her skull is fractured. Her brain has swelling. Her body is trying to keep both her and the baby alive. She's fragile, Jungkook. One more blow, even a shove, and you will lose them both instantly. Jisoo continued, voice steady, with suppressed fury. She looked him dead in the eyes. Jungkook's breath hitched, fear slicing through him. Jisoo didn't stop. I have treated victims of abuse before. I know the signs. Don't try to lie to me. Jungkook flinched, guilt and shame burning through him. Jisoo leaned in, voice like steel. You want to redeem yourself? Then protect her. Every second. No yelling, no grabbing, no forcing, no intimidation. Her body can't handle stress at all. She pointed towards the ICU door. Right now, she is held together by machines and luck. If her stress rises, her blood pressure spikes, or she feels unsafe, she could slip further. A silence settled. Jungkook finally whispered, voice trembling, I won't hurt her again, I swear. Swear to her, not to me. Then he stepped aside, gesturing to the room where you lay, unmoving, pale. Connected to monitors, a faint beep recording the fragile heartbeat of your baby. Jisoo's final words followed him like a shadow. If you ever loved her, even once, you will never raise your hand against her again. The door to the ICU slid open with a soft hiss. Jungkook stepped inside, and the moment he saw her, his knees nearly buckled. The room was dim, lit only by the steady green pulse of the heart monitor. The cold scent of antiseptic hung heavy in the air. She lay there, still, silent, fragile, her head bandaged, a thin tube running beneath her nose, oxygen helping her breathe. Dried blood still clung to her hairline. Her lips were cracked, bruises painted her arm in black and blue. One hand, her injured one, was wrapped, swollen, trembling, even in unconsciousness. Machines surrounded her, one keeping track of her heartbeat, one watching her brain pressure, one monitoring her baby's tiny, fluttering rhythm. A soft beep, beep, beep filled the room, and Jungkook's world cracked open. Wyan? His voice broke immediately, choking, trembling, raw. He moved closer, step by step, until he was beside her bed. His hand hovered over hers, but he couldn't bring himself to touch her. Not when he was the reason she was laying here fighting for her two lives. Tears pooled in his eyes. Her chest rose and fell with the help of ventilator. Her lashes were still. Her face, usually warm, bright, full of life, looked pale and drained, almost translucent against the white pillow. A monitor flashed an alert, and Jungkook jumped, panic tightening his throat. I did this, he whispered, the confession like a man staring at the ruins of everything he ever loved. He sank into the chair beside you, trembling, gripping the metal bar of the hair bed so tightly his knuckles turned white. Baby, my love, I'm so sorry. His voice cracked completely. He reached out, finally touching only the corner of the blanket, too afraid to touch her skin, too ashamed. A tear fell onto the sheet, the another and another. The fetal monitor let out a soft rhythmic sound, reminding him that their child, tiny, innocent, unaware, was still fighting. His breath hitched. I hurt you, and I hurt our baby. His voice shrank to nothing. He bent forward, burying his face in his shaking hands, but the machines kept beeping, alive, barely but alive, and he realized the darkest truth of his life. She wasn't the one dying, he was, with every beep that reminded him of what he had done. And then, slowly, very slowly, he hugged her, buried his face in the crook of her neck while his hand was sneaking around her stomach, where his child is growing, and talked to her as Jesus said she can hear him. He pulled her close. I still remember the morning everything broke. It began any other day. Warm sunlight sliding through our curtains, the smell of your cooking drifting into our bedroom, and your soft laugh echoing somewhere in the hallway. I left home that morning with a smile. I kissed your forehead, pulled you close by the waist, and whispered, I'll be home early, my love. And God, your smile. It always felt like home, like something pure, untouched, meant only for me. I didn't know I was leaving behind the biggest lie of my life. The trip to my hometown. I went back because it was my brother's death anniversary. My young, my fragile, gentle, pure hearted brother who never hurt anyone in his life. He had a weak leg, couldn't walk properly since birth. People called him names, laughed, mocked him, but nothing broke him more than her. That one girl, the girl he loved quietly for years, the girl he gathered courage to confess to, and the girl who crushed him with a few sentences and still burned through me like acid. I don't talk to cripples. Stay away from me. You disgust me. Don't ever come in front of me again. He came home that day shaking, crying, unable to breathe, and within a week I was holding his funeral photo. He ended his life because of that humiliation, because of her. The day I learned the truth when I arrived at hometown this year, I met Hyung's old friend. He hesitated, but he told me the name. The girl who drove my brother to depression, the girl who destroyed his last hope of happiness, was none other than my secret girlfriend, whom I loved, not knowing my Hyung loved her too. Wyan, Wyan, that was you, Wyan. I never knew he loved you, but you did. You rejected him, insulted him, and kept it hidden from me. I was angry at myself for not knowing, but more at you, for being the reason which took my brother away. The name that once meant everything to me felt like a dagger stabbing through my ribs. I stood there, numb, breath frozen, world blurring around me. My beloved wife, the woman I woke up beside every morning, the woman whose hands I held every night. You was the reason my brother couldn't survive, the reason I lost my only sibling, my only family. I felt like my heart was being ripped out of my invisible hands. Everything inside me shuddered. Love turned into betrayal and betrayal into rage. Something dark rose inside me that day, something I never knew existed. When I returned home that night, you ran into my arms as usual. You asked how the day was, and all I saw was the teenage girl who had destroyed my brother's soul. I snapped at you. The first slap happened before I could even process it. And when you cried, when you asked why, it only fueled the wildfire inside me. Because Hyung cried too. Hyung begged too. But no one saved him. So I didn't save you. I made you feel small, helpless, terrified. I told myself you deserved it, that this pain was nothing compared to what my brother endured. I convinced myself it was justice, revenge, balance, but somewhere deep inside me, something kept breaking every time I hurt you. Every bruise on your body felt like guilt carved into my own bones. Every tear on your face felt like poison I swallowed too. I never wanted it to go this far. I never planned to destroy you. I never planned to break your bones, your spirit, your smile. I just wanted you to feel something, even a fraction of what my brother felt before he died. But then the stare happened. You falling, your scream, the blood. And the moment I saw you unconscious, everything inside me died. You whispered, "My baby," and the world stopped. My revenge turned into a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. I didn't want this. I didn't want to kill you. I didn't want to hurt you like this. Not the woman I once loved more than myself. I'm sorry, God, I'm so sorry. I let my grief become a demon. I let revenge blind me until I couldn't see you anymore, until I couldn't see myself. I hurt you. I hurt our child. I hurt everything we ever built. And now, as I sit beside your hospital bed, listening to the machines breathe for you, I realized something cruel. I destroyed the only person who ever loved me unconditionally. I became the monster my brother would have hated. And if you never wake up, I will never forgive myself. I want you, Ryan. I want this baby. It's my baby, my child. I want a family. I'm so sorry for hurting you this bad. I won't raise my hand again. He got up and leaned to her stomach and pressed a kiss there. My baby, Appa is sorry. Appa is so sorry for hurting you, my love. Appa won't hurt you again. Promise. Voices echoed around Ryan, blood muffled, as if underwater. She couldn't move, couldn't open her eyes, couldn't speak, but she could hear every word, every breath, every sob he tried to hide. And then a familiar touch brushed against her cheek. Warm, trembling, broken. Jungkook. His thumb wiped away the tears she didn't even realize had escaped her locked body. Her dried lips couldn't move, her fingers couldn't lift, her eyes stayed shut, but her heart felt him. His forehead pressed gently to hers, a soft, trembling kiss. "I'm here. I'll take care of you. I won't let anything happen again. I promise." Another tear she couldn't feel fell onto her skin. Inside her silent prison, Ryan screamed, cried, begged to wake up, but her body betrayed her. Only her tears could speak. Finally, it felt like her cookie is back, the one she fell in love with. To be continued.